What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Listen Damn It, episode 13. I'm here with two people now. It's going to be my sister and her new boyfriend, Pedro.
Yes, sir.
You hear that manly voice?
Cool. Awesome. What we wanted to talk about actually was Tinder, the app itself, because I never used Tinder before. I know my sister has used it. Obviously, that's how they met, Pedro and her.
Yes.
But I never used Tinder before. So how about you guys tell me more about it?
Go ahead, Pedro.
How long have you used Tinder? Actually, that's what I'm curious about knowing. Pedro, I would go with you first.
Oh god, Tinder and all other dating apps.
Mhm.
I used them like on and off for years.
Years?
Yes, years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
Would you say like since 18? Like when you were 18?
I said like 20 or 21.
Oh, okay.
something
Okay.
like
So
that.
you're early 20s. Okay.
Yeah, it's my early 20s. I can easily tell you that, at least from a guy's side,
Yeah.
that shit sucks.
Okay. I always figured Tinder would be mostly like a hookup app.
For the most part, that's what people.
That's what
treat
it
it
is,
as.
right? Yeah,
The thing
right?
is, I didn't really treat it that way because I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not the type to hook up and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
just me.
Okay.
Aww.
There's that part, and then the
Mhm.
part is getting matches.
Right.
So I always fucking lose my fucking voice
Some
in
water.
this.
I put
But
water
whatever.
here purposely
Look,
for you.
either way, yes, thank you for that. Mike, I'm curious about this. Have you met any of your exes through Tinder?
Actually, yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh my god, me too.
Well, I didn't. I knew about you because obviously you're my sister, but I didn't know about him.
Yeah.
So you met your exes through Tinder.
Yeah, one of them. My last one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And
Where
you?
else was
Well, I know
Well, my last
your
ex-
boyfriend was on in high school,
Yes.
but after that it's been Tinder. Okay, cool.
No other apps because I didn't really like the other apps. Like there's this one app, I think it's Bumble, where the girl has to reach out first.
And girls
I was
have no
like,
game.
Fuck that. I reached out to
You
you.
know what? You
and
know,
you weren't
actually
in my
talking
league.
about Bumble, I have a friend that used because sometimes obviously for I don't know, I think females for when they use Tinder and it doesn't work out for them, they go Bumble.
Girls,
But I heard a lot that Bumble doesn't work out for them.
child, let me tell you something. If you're single, well, I'll tell you this: the majority of my coworkers, they're on at least 3 different apps.
Mhm.
So if it don't work in one, they hop onto the next and hop onto the next
Mhm.
and go back to the other one that didn't work until something works.
Yeah.
So ignore all that.
That's what I hear.
But I wasn't gonna do that. I
Tinder,
stick
Okay.
to Tinder.
Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge.
So
Damn.
back to Pedro having Tinder and your last ex. You met through Tinder.
Yeah, I'm at Tinder.
Okay, so Amanda's your second,
Yes, I guess you could say that.
Because I'm
Okay.
that bitch.
of course.
No, like
Wait, so
respectfully,
I have
it
a
was-
question.
it was-
Wait,
uh-huh.
so who wrote to who first?
I did. Of course I did.
Okay, you
course
came
I
onto his
did.
page first, or
It's that
whatever.
white boy that says swipe.
Okay. I believe that because I know you. So okay, so then who wrote to who first?
I did. I said, hey.
Okay.
I said, hey, how's it going, beautiful?
Okay. And then you
And then I was just like, okay, so what made Pedro stand out from everybody else was that everybody literally just wanted to hook up. And I was so over it. And then Pedro was like, so how's your day going? And then I was
Like,
like,
he
I was
had
kind of
regular
like
conversations?
shook. And that's
Yeah.
kind of sad. Because I was like, damn, ain't nobody asked me how.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, I'm watching a football game. I don't watch football. But you know, my ass went on
None of
Google
our family watches
and was like,
football.
who's playing today and what is the score? And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, so you watching X and X game? And he's like, oh yeah, you like football? And I was like, yeah. And then he's
You
like,
lied?
of
Yes,
course,
you
the
lied.
Ah.
fuck? And then he was like,
Why you gotta
well,
lie about
who do you
sports?
think? Child. And he's like, who do you think I'm going for? And I literally took a wild ass guess. I was like, Packers. He's like,
I would
and I was
never-
like,
Yeah.
so.
I would never guessed like a football
I
team.
went on. I was like, Siri, who is playing?
Yeah, no.
I'm not kidding.
And I-
No, I believe you. I believe you. That's why I'm like laughing because I believe that.
But he was so respectful and so different that I literally like was like, "So you're gonna take my number or what?" And I know that when I asked him that, I literally was like, "Yo, I've never ever
She
said something
likes
like that to a guy."
FaceTime. I know that.
Catfish is real.
So did you like have to FaceTime with her?
Yeah, no, after. But that was like a few days later because
Oh, okay.
we
So
texted. We texted. That,
texted?
yeah, we texted
Okay.
that night after she's like, "You're gonna take my number or what?"
okay.
So,
Okay.
So the next day,
Hmm.
we talked on the phone.
Okay.
Like with like a good like 30, 40 minutes,
Okay.
and then I
Oh,
think
I fell in love with that voice. I was like,
I
"Child."
don't think it was the same night.
I was like, "How tall are you?" Because I don't think
That's
the
it,
short
very important for
king.
her. No,
He's
that's
like, "Oh,
it
I'm
very.
6 feet." I'm like,
No, that's
I was like, but like how 6'1"? Like,
that's very
'Cause I'm a
important for her.
12-ish.
She's like always wanting to know like the
always.
height.
I've been catfished before with height, and
She's
that
like,
shit was
I-
traumatizing. Let me
she's like,
tell
I
you.
want someone at least a bit taller than me, and always that's she would always say that.
I want to feel petite. I want to feel like protected. I wanna
Yeah,
love.
whatever. Okay, so go ahead, Pedro.
So yeah, so I think it was either the same day or the next day is when we FaceTime. And we FaceTime, I remember, for like 5 or 6 days in a row,
Mhm.
back to back to back to back to back, like that until we finally went on the first date.
Okay.
And I told her this, like literally, I think it was like this week. And
Okay.
I'm not exaggerating when I mean it, is that I dead ass fell in love with her that very first night. And she didn't believe me like right now when I told her. But she
Mhm.
said that when we were at the last restaurant, I gave her a look and she was like, "Are you in love with me or something?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just admiring."
Oh, when
her."
you guys went out
On the first date.
on the first day.
On the first
Okay.
date. But I had already, like, literally, I was staring
She was
at her.
going through something. She was going through something. 'Cause She
everything.
was remembered like back.
Oh my gosh, I was going through my breakup. I was going through
Yes.
being stood up.
I
Like,
remember.
I was
She told me that.
I was finally ready to open up with somebody, and he didn't want to take me serious, and that like put me 10 steps even more back. And then when I met Pedro, I had my guards all the way up. But when I met him, I literally didn't even want to go. Like, I was low-key on the way, and I was like, fuck, like this is probably gonna be another bad date, whatever. And then he calls me, he's like, "Oh,
Wait,
there's
but
no
where'd you guys go?
tables."
Where'd you guys go?
We went to what?
It's just like a nice little bar called Brass Tap in Pines.
Where?
Brass Tap in Pembroke Pines.
Brass Tap?
Yeah.
It's a bar?
It's a bar.
It's
Oh, okay.
super nice.
I need to go because I never seen this. place.
100% recommend. Like, they put loud music. I love the vibe there. Literally love the vibe.
Oh, cool. I don't think I've ever been there. That would be cool to go. Okay.
Wait, on the way, I was regretting like going. I was like, I feel like
Wait,
this is
but
gonna be a
you,
bad
he
date.
didn't pick you up.
No.
You
I
o-
decided. Like,
Yeah,
I was like,
you
I'll
met
meet
him
you
there.
over there.
Yeah. I remember.
Child. So I got there and I was like, he calls me beforehand and he's like, "Oh, you know, they're very packed, this and that." And I'm like, damn, it's gonna be a bad date. Excuse me. And then he was like, "Oh, never mind, a table open or whatever." And I was like, okay, fuck. So when I get there, I see him and I see a tall white man with dark eyes, and I'm like, I'm like, fuck, he's so
Okay,
cute.
with you.
And it was literally like an instant connection. I couldn't talk, obviously, because I was so like starstruck. That's how I felt.
Mhm.
And this boy was staring at me, but he was staring at me like he really liked me, like he knew me. And I know that look. So I was like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" And he was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, he was giving me gibberish. And then that was the best first date I've ever had.
Mhm.
And then he like popped a kiss at the end, and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" I was trying to be like a holy hoe.
Didn't you? I
What?
think you sent me your location or something like that.
I did. I was like,
Yeah.
just in case he's
Just in
crazy.
case. Yeah, no, good thing. I like good that you did that because in case
It was the best date I've ever had, and the way he looked at me, I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna be entwined with this one for sure."
Yes.
So how was your experience in our first date,
He saw me. He was like,
Pedro.
"God damn."
Amanda?
Sorry.
So what
Pedro.
I tell her is always that literally the first thing that I saw, and it's like I don't mean to be cheesy or anything. It's genuinely the first thing I noticed was her smile.
You're genuinely cheesy.
Yeah, I'm genuinely
Yeah.
cheesy. I'm just genuinely cheesy. No, the first thing that I noticed was her smile. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
She's got a beautiful smile.
Okay.
And then she showed, and I gave her a hug, and she smelled amazing. And I told her that. I'm like, you smell great.
Of course.
And
She would.
So then, like obviously, I was like, all right, let's go to the table and everything. And obviously I checked her out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, she got some nice legs.
Mm. Oh.
Big thighs save lives.
Oh, wow. I didn't know this. Okay, this is new information. Okay,
So-
cool.
So we get there, and I already had her 2 shots. So she told me, hey, order 2 shots for me. Like, so when I get there, like, yeah.
So
I
this
was
is
nervous.
okay. Exactly. I was gonna say that. So one of the things that my sister does to, like, just, I guess, feel at ease is have shots or have like a strong drink,
Yeah.
because she's not naturally confident.
Um,
You can't say you are.
wow, like
You can't
I
say you
thought
are.
That, like,
So she's not
wow.
naturally confident. So she's like, if she's meeting somebody new, and you guys already had a connection, she's like, yeah, I need to have a few drinks just to feel comfortable, or just to like at least go with the flow. Because if she was just like sober minded, she would be so uptight or like nervous, or I don't know.
I'd pass out.
Yes, she was just like, so she needs a little bit of that. Luckily, she calmed that down a little bit. I'm glad she did, because she would be fucking drinking my bottles.
All right, we're off track.
Yeah. We're
We're
off
off
topic a little
topic.
bit, but I got to say the truth. Whatever.
Bottles, okay.
But she would have to buy me bottles afterwards. Yeah. But yeah, that's her thing. But
right now.
that's for another topic. That's right. But I'm glad that she was able to like loosen up a little bit when you guys had your first date. What was your second date?
I don't remember the second date.
You don't remember the second date?
The second date, I don't remember necessarily because I think, correct me if I'm wrong. No, it was the bitch in the second date. I think the second date is when I came over here and we watched anime.
Let me tell you about the second date. I told
I don't
myself,
call that a second date.
no, but it was the second time we hung out, and
That's
I told
a-
myself,
okay,
because this
that's what I call
generation is
that.
crazy, and
Okay.
you're already like sleeping with the person like after the first date.
Okay, yes, I call that.
So
that.
I told myself, bitch, you better not do nothing sexual with this person. This guy wants something serious. You show him that
Okay.
you a holy hoe until whenever it lasts you. And I remember that Pedro on the first date had like a serious conversation with me, and he was like, listen, I'm not about the hookups. I want something serious. And I was like, okay, bet. Like, I'll be that bitch.
You're
But
like
but
you're I think
I can wear
like
different
rare.
hats.
because
of
normally
course,
it's
but
like
kitty?
it's just like a fuck type of thing.
Who?
Speaking from experiences, you will be just normally guys would just be like, oh, let's just fuck type of thing. but
Yeah,
that's-
yeah. Oh,
but that's
Pedro's
rare.
rare. Oh, okay. I thought you meant me.
No, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about him and the whole situation.
Because the thing is, her and I, we once we left the bar, we left, and we went for a walk just to walk off, like the alcohol and everything. I don't remember if we ate or not, but I got her some cotton candy, and we walked to this place where there's like a water fountain,
Mm-hmm.
and so we started like talking more and more, and I felt really comfortable with her the whole time. That like literally it was like how she said, like an instant connection, like chemistry right at the get go, and I felt so comfortable with her that I said things that honestly I've never like really said before with anybody else, including like previous relationships, where it's like my boundaries, what I feel comfortable with, what I don't feel comfortable with, what I want, what I don't want.
That's something my sister does have. Like, she does have this, I don't know, naturalness of her. Now you're fucking titties, Amanda. Relax. She just has this way of her that makes you feel comfortable, and she relates and also can tell you like proper advice and guidance of things. So she just has that. It's natural in her. She's just always done it. It's very normal.
It's the God in me, child.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, she just has this way of her that's just like, it's just, you can't help but like tell your truth basically, and
Yeah.
then she just like guides you in it. She just has that, and I feel like that is your talent. I know we were talking about like what's our talents of, you know, the three siblings,
Yeah.
but I feel like that is her talent. She can hear, and then she just like, things just come out of her mouth that's just like, it's on point and it's true, and she's just like, this is how it is. I feel like this isn't it, and it's very true, and it's natural. She just has
I
that.
love you.
Yeah, whatever.
Love you, Pedro. Me too.
But yes, I understand what you're saying.
So real
100%.
quick, how she was talking about like, oh, like you better not, like how she was telling herself, you better not make this up, you better not do anything or whatever. But guess what? When I told her I'm not into hookups, she had one thought in her mind.
What was it?
Oh, when he told me that he wasn't into hookups, I was like, oh, he got a baby dick. I was like, he don't like to hook up because he had a
I
small
don't blame her.
dick.
that. I feel like-
bitch. I was like, oh no, why you gotta do this to me? This is a test of
I
faith,
have to say, I don't blame her.
But
in
let me
that.
tell
I feel
you.
like she has a good point.
bro.
ain't it?
That sounds like small dick energy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So what had happened was he gave me that speech, and I said, let me wear my holy hat on. Let me see where this goes. I'm not gonna put out, you know, and that, for me that's fucking hard.
No, yeah, I at that time it was.
But let me tell you, bitch, the first time he was here, that whole little conversation he had in the fountain se fue pa carajo. He was like, yo, I feel what is it? He's like, I feel comfortable around you. Let's go. I was like, what? I was like, what happened to that conversation that you don't do hookups? He's like, but I feel comfortable. I was like, what the fuck? We didn't do anything though, because I was like, I told myself that day, don't do anything. Like, I don't want to like I
Mess
wanted to
it
break
up.
a pattern, you know, whatever.
Yes.
It's probably like the third time after, or the fourth time, but whatever. I was wrong. We're going to keep it at that, and we've been happy ever since.
Okay, cool. I mean, that's fine. That's great. I mean, if you guys waited for it, that's cool.
For sure. That was like the hardest thing I ever had to do this year.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's good. It's good to what? We're good on time.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good on time. We haven't gotten to our 30 minutes yet, so that's good. But okay, so I'm glad that worked out for you guys, because now people who use Tinder can see that it works out for some people.
It does. It really does. You just like, you have to be honest with yourself,
Yes.
and you like, literally the majority of the people out there are gonna want to hook up. But
Yes.
if you get like one or two people that want to have actually like a serious conversation, it might come off boring as first, like out as first. But
Just go with the flow.
generation is like, it's so different. Just
It's the
be
hookup culture.
open-minded. Be open-minded. If you really want something serious, you have to be patient.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
with the flow.
I agree 100%. Good. So then I'm glad it worked out for you guys.
Yes. So our next topic is, have we ever looked through a significant other's phone?
Oh, yes.
Child, he said yes.
No, I mean,
Yes,
that is the next topic. That's what I meant.
It's the next topic.
It's
but
the next topic.
have you?
I've never, because I never had a significant other, but I feel like I would. Not gonna lie.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Not gonna lie, I would. I feel like that's just a Hispanic thing to do.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like if you feel something is going off, yes, in the
Mhm.
relationship, then you be like, yes, I'm going to that motherfucking phone and I'm gonna see what's up, you know,
Yup.
because I agree, and it happens to a lot of women, because I know, because of the fact that it happened to our mom. with the fact that you don't want to feel like you're being played, and it's 100%
Yup.
true.
Yup.
So, hold on, my Uber Eats is calling me. Hello.
I know you didn't order food.
Yes. No, es blanco. Tiene la luz es bien blanco. Sí, 6091. ¿Sí? Ok, no problema. Está bien. Okay, bye. All right, I'm sorry about that. So, back to this again. Basically, my mom has gone through shit.
Mhm.
Our mom has gone through shit.
Mhm.
So I don't know if she's ever looked through any of her significant other's phone, but I feel like if you feel something is up, something's going on, you have that intuition.
Yes.
Like, do it. Just go ahead and do it, because I feel like
Child.
it's better to know now than to know later, and you can save yourself
Preach.
a lot more of like
Stress, depression,
Yes.
anxiety.
all of that bullshit. So I get everybody that says, "Oh no, I trust my, partner, significant other, whatever the fuck it might be."
That's cap.
But there comes to a certain point, and especially when the relationship, you feel like, I feel like something's fishy, something's up, something's going on. There's text messages going on that I don't know about. Staying up late, staying out late, whatever the fuck it might be. And you're like, you know what? I need to look. Because obviously, they're not going to tell you.
Hell
Because
no.
they're going to be like, nothing's up. Like, everything's fine, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I'm not about to be played. Let me go ahead and look.
Child.
And you go ahead and do it. And
Yup.
that's how you find out.
Yup.
So, me, I feel like, yes. I feel like in the beginning, I feel like it's normal to do. I would 100% delete everything I have before I go into a serious relationship, because that, I feel like, yes,
Pedro, have you deleted everything?
it's like something fresh to do. It's something new, fresh, starting. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me just make sure everything is gone. This is something new, and they can see that I'm serious and we're like in a serious relationship. And there you go. And then we move forward.
So speaking of that, exactly, I told her, it was about like 2 weeks ago, that I said, hey, by the way, I literally went through my phone, like my phone as in like my messages, my IG, my Twitter, everything that I have from like the past, of
Yes.
anything, of any conversations that I had like that, whether it be like dating or
Yes.
flirting wise. And I said, I'm
Yes.
just gonna delete this shit, because it's not that like I didn't care about it, but it's just like I'm gonna get rid of it right now, because there's literally zero point in having it.
Yes.
Especially considering the fact that I'm
No, good
just
thing.
with you.
No,
And
100%.
I don't want. First of all, I don't care about that. And second of all, I don't want it to like come as in like, God forbid, like, like, not even God forbid, but
God forbid I go to the phone and whoop his ass.
it's like, oh, she found a message
Yes,
from like 13
yes,
years ago.
Yes.
Of like,
no,
All right, I'm not toxic like that, okay?
but you can
regardless.
find something, and then you can misinterpret,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
you never know. It could happen. And
So that's why
you're-
literally I went literally my emails. I went through my photos. I went through everything and made sure that like
Snapchat.
no, literally I went through everything. I went through everything and I deleted
That part.
and I deleted it all, because I'm like, I don't need this shit. And because of that, because of our relationship as well, I went through my social medias and I unfollowed a bunch of people, because I'm like, first of all, either A, I only followed you for I thought because you were attractive, right?
Mhm.
Or B, I don't talk to you anymore and I don't care about you.
I'm
But-
mad.
Okay.
But literally, I
Man.
went through like,
That's
I guess
fine.
you can call it a cleanse with
Yes. You
her.
went to a full cleanse when getting into a relationship, and I 100% agree. That's great to do. I feel like you should do that before like stepping into it, just to be prepared once
Yeah.
you're in it. But yes, great thing.
So from experience with my past relationship, my ex really the Uber Eats again.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The fuck? Can I keep talking? Or?
Yeah, go ahead, talk.
So from past experience, what I've realized is that my ex literally gave me the passwords to everything, like all his things. Yeah, I had the password to his phone. I had the password to his emails. I had the password to everything. And the kid still decided to cheat whenever he wanted to cheat. So I feel like it ain't shit. When somebody gives you a password, it doesn't mean shit. Because people are super tech savvy. And I work for the phone company business. And with any kind of device, you can tweak and you can do hidden, like you can do some sneaky shit if you really know about technology. So what? That's what my ex did. My ex thought that he was slick and he didn't have the app. And
No, but the thing with that is, I feel like, yes, you are tech savvy and all that stuff, but you had some sort of like intuition in the moment, in that night that happened, to look through certain social medias. Fucking car.
is that the ring? Oh my God,
No,
it's so
I
embarrassing.
already have.
Okay, so
But
what happened was, but I'll tell you this 100%, regardless, I had the tuition that night because of so much shit that happened. But that person had given me the password to so many of his social media apps that it didn't mean anything. At the end of the day, it was my birthday and my friend was throwing me a birthday party and he decided not to go. That was red flag number 1, right? He didn't give a fuck if I had a good time or not. That was red flag number 2. And when I got home, it was 3 a.m. in the morning and I just had a feeling to check through his phone, because I feel like if you're with a partner and they don't want to celebrate your birthday, by all means, that's sketchy. And that was the ultimate sketch for me. So when I had gone through his phone and I saw what I saw, I had said, you a mama huevo. And
Yeah,
and he had, and I had his passwords. A dick sucker. I had his passwords to all his stuff because he gave to me. I'm not the toxic girl to look through somebody's phone or really ask for passwords. I had never done that until my birthday, when he decided not to go celebrate my birthday. That's what gave it a red flag for me. And he gave me the passwords to everything. I gladly went through his shit that day and I was lit as fuck. And he didn't have Snapchat, but he had a text message that was like, your Snapchat code is blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? And that's when everything was discovered. And then I realized that people are just very sneaky. People can be sneaky, but they can also be very dumb. And if you're in a relationship and you're doing sneaky shit, just fucking be single. Be woman or manly enough to just be by yourself and do what you want to do, than hurt someone's feelings, because that shit is gonna make you feel miserable after, and it's gonna hurt the fuck out of the person. So
100%.
he can go
Just
suck
be
a dick.
single. Yeah, for that, just
Exactly.
be single and do whatever the fuck you want, but don't be in a relationship where you're gonna be doing shit like that. Other things would be turn-offs. What's your big turn-off?
If you don't brush your tongue or you don't brush your teeth, like you brush your teeth that well, if you don't brush your teeth that well, if you like every day have bad breath, don't fucking talk to me. I work in customer service and I have to deal with so many people with bad breath. And
Okay.
it's so bad.
Yes,
It's so fucking bad.
I agree. Use Listerine, like, let's don't do that shit. Yes.
And to add on,
We
to
all
that,
need a good breath.
And to add on to that, I would say body odor as well. Like y'all gotta wash
100%.
yourselves with soap.
Use
Put on some
deodorant.
deodorant. Mhm.
Soap. Afterwards,
Stuff doesn't work.
cream, like all of that. I 100% like. There's body spray, like all of it. Yes, all of that. Like we need, because you never know afterwards. Like,
You do know. That's the thing.
you never
can
know.
smell
As in,
your
like
body odor. Like you can smell your BO.
But I think another turnoff is also the way you interact with other people. And as an example, like when you go on a date with somebody for the first time, and let's say you go
I
out to
hate
eat,
a dry ass person.
or what I'm saying is like when you take somebody on a date for the first time and they treat like the server or somebody rudely, that's a huge turnoff.
You've had that,
Which story?
It was a Dominican
okay.
girl.
but that's for another time because we're running out of time now.
Yeah.
But yes, that's gonna be for next episode. Thank you all for listening to Listen Damn It. We're gonna be posting another episode soon.